Ladies and gentlemen, hello.
And welcome to Meme Factory's Ignite presentation. I'm Mike.
And I'm Steven. We are two-thirds of a group called Meme Factory.
Our third half, Patrick, couldn't be here this evening. He has important business downtown getting a PhD.
So we've spent the last 3 years giving these weird sort of performative lectures about internet culture.
And our performances always contain 3 projectors, tons of slides, and us talking as fast as possible to mimic the internet's audiovisual fire hose of information. And after making over 4,000 slides
and over 10 hours of spoken material, we decided to take everything that we've learned, researched, and collected and make a book about internet culture. And Kickstarter was a really natural fit for us and for the project.
So we want to take this opportunity to not only thank Kickstarter, but also all 177 of our backers who wanted to read our book. If you're out there, we promise your T-shirts are on their way.
We'd also like to thank Bread Pig, who we owe a lot to.
They are our publisher. They have given us tons of awesome advice, a really sweet contract. And actually, this is true. We have a contractual obligation to fulfill right now, so just give us a... We're really sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're really sorry.
It's a very hard thing to write a book. It's very difficult. Our deepest apologies. So, obviously, we are very late. September 2011 was a long time ago. What happened?
What went wrong? What possibly could have happened to make us this late?
So to answer this question, we have to rewind just a little bit. A little while ago, there was this guy, and his name was Socrates.
And he had a conversation with a guy named Phaedrus.
And Phaedrus said, a speech giver doesn't necessarily need to know the truth of what he's saying as long as he is convincing.
And Socrates says, well, it's better to be honest, but you're right about speechcraft. Now, writing is a little more problematic.
Because your ideas can get away from you. They can be misinterpreted, proved wrong, because you're not always there to defend them.
So our shows are hard to follow. We trade Phaedrus's persuasion for the internet's war garble.
Our audiences can't really analyze anything we say. We speak so quickly, we show so much media, they have to become completely passive just to keep up.
The shows are intentionally hard to follow, but we're not exactly liars.
We can't exactly get away with this kind of thing in Meme Factory, the book.
Unless it was like Meme Factory, the 50-pound flip book. So in the book, our ideas have to be coherent and durable.
A study of the internet is really a study of people after all, right? And there are over 2 billion with access worldwide.
Linking, sharing, creating, talking. If we had written a chapter saying that political action on the internet never translates to real change, we would be wrong by now. Yay!
Thanks, Mom.
And if our shows were books, then they'd be out of date by the time they hit store shelves. This was the hot thing on the internet the month that our Kickstarter finished funding.
Planking, am I right, you guys? So lame. So in order to do things right, in order to write a book that will last, we have to change it a little bit. We have to focus less on the what and more on the why and the how.
It's the difference between saying that the sky is blue and describing the relationship between the atmosphere, our eyeballs, our brains, and the nature of human consciousness itself. And consciousness is a tricky thing. We all experience the world differently.
And we all experience the internet differently. We always think of it as the same internet, but really it's very different, even from person to person. And this was a really important lesson for us to learn.
We all experience different internets. We go to the internet with different expectations and goals.
And when we first started out with this book, with the project, we wanted to craft a unified voice between all of the chapters. Now, not so much.
We've learned to embrace our differences.
There's this myth, it's called the myth of the auteur, and it says that one person is responsible for a great work of art.
But even a great auteur like Alfred Hitchcock was surrounded by hundreds of great artists on his sets. Each one of his films is actually spectacularly collaborative. And Mike, Patrick, and I make each other's work better. Our audiences make the shows possible. And the internet has given us collaborators so numerous and diverse that we can now accomplish something that we thought was impossible.
Actually write a real book about the internet that makes sense. And God willing will be out this summer. We would love it if you bought a copy.
Thank you.